Hi, it's Stephanie from the Doc Squad, and I wanted to make an intro video to our next inquiry set. Now, I'm so non sequitur. I didn't finish our other set on the internment novel yet, but while working on that, I started reading this one, Dear Martin, by Nic Stone, and it was so wonderful. And I mean, right now, with everything that's going on in the spring, summer, and I'm sure going into fall of 2020, if a teacher isn't reading something yet, hasn't picked that book yet that they're going to start the year off with, this is the one. This is the one to pick. So as I was reading it, I was writing down discussion prompts, activities. There was an activity that I would do with my students using Google Forms where they actually listened to a playlist of music and then broke down and did analysis of the lyrics based on time periods. And I said, this would be a really great opportunity to make a social justice playlist and then have a Google Form activity using that. So I'm building this, but I did want to introduce this to start with, and just thinking about other books to do as like kind of a crosswalk with that similar content. So this book, which is a graphic novel, so the internment book, I used the George Takei novel, They Called Us Enemy, as the graphic novel pair text. So I think I'm going to use this one, March Book One by John Lewis, as that pair text book to go along with Dear Martin. And for those of you unfamiliar with the story, it's just right. It's a young man and he's caught between um, trying to understand who he is, right? That's us, right? In the middle and high school, trying to identify who we are and trying to figure that out. And then he writes in his journal to Dr. King, and he's kind of like his historical mentor, and he uses him as kind of his metric to see whether or not he's making wise decisions. And he's just having a hard time grappling with how he's perceived by other people within his peer set, and then also adults. He gets arrested within the first couple of pages of this book, and for no other reason than someone mistakes him for doing something wrong, which he didn't do. But that experiences traumatizes him, and it changes him. It opens his eyes in ways that his eyes weren't open before, and just the whole of everything that's going on between George Floyd and every single daggone hashtag that we've had for so many decades. And then just looking at how do you really see us, and why do you see us that way? And he's asking those questions. So amazing book. The content that's going to be built for it, I already have all of it, kind of like I'm old school. So I put it all up on paper. Um, and just going to build that out and then make this a great experience for your students. So as you can see on this page, we're going to look at adversity versus anti-racism. A lot of people are having those conversations, moving away from that concept of I don't see color, because we do, because we're human, right? We do see color, but when you see color, what does that mean? And do some self-interrogation with that. And then how do we work and deal with people? And then looking at society, looking at media, having the students look at media bias, looking at different articles, and then breaking down like perceptions, and then looking at social media and the power of it, and then sometimes the imbalance of social media and what that means, especially for our teens today. So it should be a really amazing set, and I might finish this one before I finish building out internment, but and then I'm already on to my next book. So right now I'm reading Trevor Noah, Born a Crime. So that will be the next inquiry set. But just wanted to capture this in this moment. So I'm looking forward to working with you on this, and I'm just really excited about it. So thank you, Stephanie from the Doc Squad.